directly you can give the row index and you can do it 1. That is row slicing. But the preferably this one is the one you have to go with. What is that? Slicing using LOC and ILOC. What is the advantage of this? What is the advantage of this, guys? Huh? So in the row slicing, you can give it directly the data frame and which row to which row you can give it. You can get the row slicing over there. Okay. But in this, the advantage is you can do the row slicing as well as column slicing. Both you can do it over here. Okay. This can be, if you want to do the column slicing, either you have to go with LOC or ILOC. Now, this is the other one of doing the column slicing. Then we have, this is the column slicing with and combination of row and column slicing. We have done this one. Hope you remember it. Okay. Now, anyone having any questions, please write. Then we dropped it, guys. How to drop a row? Using that drop function. Okay. Drop function and give the index. That access, it is having the two options. You can drop a row as well as you can drop a column. So if you want to drop a row, access will be 0. If you want to drop a column, access will be 1 over there. Okay. Now here, multiple rows. Now here I will write it down a small point. Row drop. Access is 0. And column drop. Access is 1. 1 over here. Now multiple drops, you know it. Put it in the square bracket, inside that in the list format, and you can put it. Drop a multiple rows using the slicing. We have done it using the drop. Now manually dropping them. Manually how to drop them? I told you using the for loop. That I will say that I will repeat it. I will repeat it again, not a problem. Then drop a column. How you will drop it? Drop a column with the access is equals to 1, which we can do it. Now adding, we will see this one. Just let me finish it off this one. We will finish it off everything regarding that one. And then we will go with the rest of the things over here, whatever is there. Okay. Now, it's taking some time to open it up. Yes. Pandas, it will take like more, if I am not including the time series, it should be done in a week's time. Now I will give it as pandas. Okay. Now let me create a data frame over here. I think that we already created one over here. Let me take this dictionary. Yes, Dev. Okay, pd dot data frame, and I will give it as d1. Okay, this will give me df1 over here. Okay, df1 is equals to this. Okay, now if you want to drop it, df1 dot drop, which one you want to drop it, you will give that index 2, means it will be dropping off 2. Okay, now if you want to do it multiple of them, drop 2 comma 3 or 1 comma 3 I want to give it. Now here this is not a permanent change, so this is an temporary change. Okay, this is a temporary change. Now this will get me the 2 of them out. Okay, now I told you, like if I want to drop a series, like for example, I will add some more here, E F and G and H. Okay, like this I'm having some more of them. Here also I will put on the same. How many added? 3, right? I will repeat the 3 over here. Yeah, added 4. Sorry. Uh, 4, 4, 8 and 3. Here I will give it one more 10 over here. Now I will repeat the same thing over here. This one I will keep it up, and this one I will keep it down. Okay, like this I'm going to get. Now once I run this one, what do you mean by something is happening? It's okay. Is it okay now, Dev? Now just let me know if you face any problem so that I can call the technical person. Now we got this one done. I'm creating a data frame over here. Now this is mine. Okay. Now previously we have done it, dropped it, and if I want to drop it multiple of them, okay. Now let me do it. Which one I want to drop it? Usually I want df1 is this one. I want to drop 1, 3, 5. 1, 3, 5. So how I'll give it? Range of 1 to, or let me give it, yeah, 1 or 0 2. I will give it 0 1 1 1 7. Okay, I will give it 7, and I will give it 2. Then 7 will also, no, it will not come 7. Okay, this will give us, I will create a list of this one. Okay guys, and then this will give me a list. This list I'm going to put it in the drop. That is df1 dot drop, and I will put on this. This is generating this. Okay, it will be acting like a multiple drop. Now you see that is been tripped. Now without using the drop function, first find out the list. Which one you want to find, remove it. 7, 2. This will generate what? This I will give a name called as list 1. Okay, list 1 I am going to do it. Okay, now I will create, first I will take each and every element of df1. Okay, let me keep it over here, df1. Each and every index of the df1. How I'll get it? Index of df1, guys. Dot index. This will give us what? This one. Okay. Now what I will do it is, for I in df1 dot index. Okay, this will give me what? All the index. If I print it, I will get it all the index over here, right? Now I wanted only the index which is not in this list. What is that list one? What is the list one, guys? List one is 135. Okay, this is the one which I have to remove it, right? 135. So one I have to remove it, 3 I have to remove it, and 5 I have to remove it. So what I will give it over here, if condition, if I not in, I will give it as list 1. I not in list 1. I will append in a list. I will take a different list, result. Okay, this is another list. I will append in this list. Dot append I. Okay. Now, what is the R will consist of? This. So, result consists of print result will be consisting of what? Okay, 0246. This one you put it in the df1.iloc. Inside this you put it the result. This is 2-step process. I will do it in 1 step. This is creating a list, right? This is creating a list. How to do the comprehension of this list? Let me get this one and put it down over here so that for us it is easy, guys. This I want to do it in the comprehension for I in df1.index. Okay, condition, where should be the condition? Right or left to the in this input sequence? Where should be the condition? This is a list comprehension, guys. Which side will be the condition? Right side. If I not in list 1, okay, then what will be the output? Output will be going in right, left side, extreme left. Now this will give me the same. Okay, this one I will put it in the df1.iloc, and inside this I will put this. Okay, the simple way of doing is this one, a complete dropping off without any drop function. You don't need to use the drop function over here once you understand this. Okay, now yesterday I showed you how to insert a row, right? How to insert one method, we have seen it, right? Insert a row into data frame. How to do this, guys? Now this is df1 is there. I want to insert a row. Then df1 iloc 8 is equals to, you can give it as like S and maybe 11th, 12th class, and some marks like 90 and 85, 88. How this will be inserted. That is a larger one. What's a problem? iloc cannot enlarge it. Okay, use a lock we have to use. Not iloc, we have to use a lock. We got it, guys. Okay. So use only lock, you don't use the iloc. There is a second way is there. That is append. Now append will append at the last. Remember this. Append will append at the last. Now guys, here, if I give it anything like 1, 2, 3, 4, what will happen? Existing one will be replaced. Remember that. Existing one will be replaced. If I am giving it the existing one, that will be replaced over here. So append is df1 is there this way. Now append will append the row at the last. Okay. Usually it will not append it. The purpose of the append is it will merge 2 data frames. And whatever the second data frame will be there, that will be added at the last. There will be first data frame and there will be second data frame. For the first data frame, second data frame will be added. Now it will be working something like this, guys. Okay, if there is a one data frame over here like this is our data frame, first one, which is having 10 rows. Now there is another data frame will be there. This is the second one with 2 rows. Okay, 2 rows. Now when I say that append, what the append will do, it will merge 2 data frames. But the nature of the append, wherever you take it, the append nature will be, it will be adding the values at the last. So it will come down over here and it will add it at the last over here, like this. Like this it will be added. Now what happens, on what basis that is being added means based on the common column labels, based on the common. So this one should have the common, this one should have the common. Both should have the common column labels, otherwise it will not happen. So first it looks like now if I am having with this mechanism, what is the limitation, guys, over here? We can insert only one. We can insert only one at a time. Okay, but if you want to multiple, give it multiple rows over here inside this with the same label, index label as this one. Now let me see this, if I can copy it. Yeah, guys, see this. You are going to, this is the original data frame, right? Now I will create one more data frame of 2 rows. 2 rows I will create it. Now this data frame, the one which I created, will be having the same columns as this one. This is my df1. Sorry. Now this one is df1. Okay, now I want to add 2 rows into this, 2 rows. So I will create another data frame of df2. Okay, now whatever the columns are here, this will be same as this one. It will have the name, class, computers and science. Now this is the way, and 2 rows I will be entering it. Now when I use the append, this will be coming down and appending at the last. Now when it append, it will be appending based on the same column labels. So the column labels will not be repeated. So it will be added on the same column labels. Okay. So it looks like you are inserting multiple rows into a particular data frame over here. Now let me create a data frame over here. Now I will take these columns. Now first one is df. I will take a list. Let me take it. df2 is equals to, I will give it as pd dot data frame. Okay, data frame. Inside this, I will give it as like values will be T and I'm going to give it as 10th class and maybe 79 and 69. This is the one we are having. First one. Okay. Now you see that df2 is having something like this. Okay. But the columns should be same column names. How I will do it? df1 dot columns. This you take it and put it over there. That's it. Here I will give it as comma columns is equals to this. Got it? Clear, guys? Now if I run it, I got it. Clear? Now I will use the next one. I will use it like maybe P and 11 and 67 and 68, 69. Okay, this is what it will do. Now you see this. this is a data frame of 2 rows. Okay, 2 rows. Now that's what I said it over here. Now I will take this data frame. Let me see this one. No, it is not showing us. I don't know, some problem is there. I don't know, sometimes it will copy and sometimes it will not copy. This is horrible. Yeah, now I got it. So now this one will be coming and going over here like this, guys. Based on the column, you are going to get it over here. So I didn't put on the index over here. We didn't get the index. The index from here like this, we are going to go. Okay, guys. Now here I gave it something wrong. Yeah, I did it perfect over here because I didn't copy the index, I think so. Somehow it is missed out. Now what I will do it, df1 dot append and df2. Now what it will do it, can you see it? It has been appended at the last. Okay, it is appended at the last. Now this is not a permanent change. If you want to make it permanent, df1 over here. Okay, now df1 is equals to this. Now how to remove this columns, I mean indexes? Range, index, this one down 0 1. Reset index. Now let's see this one, guys. What is the problem you will be facing over here? If the data of second data frame is same, just in place, replace and or add again. So it will be duplicate records will be there. Nazia, duplicate records. Second thing I didn't advise. It is an advice or a question I didn't get it. Now see this. What's the problem with this is, I want to see df1 dot loc. Okay, or iloc. We saved it, right? Yeah, we saved it. Now I want to see 2. Can I get it? 2. Which one I will get it? Which value I am going to get it if I give 2? C, right? No doubt C. Now if I do it LOC of 2, then C, right? C. Now let's see this df1 over here. Now if I am saying it df1 dot iloc of 0, which one? Not the T. Not the T. No, only A. Now df1 dot loc only both. Why? यहाँ पर भी इंडेक्स है ना. वो तो हमें जानते हैं. I stands for index, LOC stands for column labels, right? So ILOC will be taking the index, right? Here there is an index and here is also there is an index. Why it is not taken? Because it is taking it as 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This will become 9. Index, this will become 9. You can't repeat repeated indexes, you will not have it. Now this one, when this one why you are getting is, it is considering this as 0 as not the index. Index label over there. So how many index labels are there? 0 and 0. Just imagine that as A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, A again. How many A's will be there? 2 A's will be there. So it is considering this as index label. Remember this. This is considered as index label. Don't get confused, guys. So there are 2 ways I can pull off this one. First way is while creation itself here, while appending only, I will not now again. So it will be appended again. Yeah. Now what will happen for df1? I am appending df2. Okay. Now I will store it in df3, guys. Got it? It double time is appended. Okay. I don't want all these repeated things should be coming up. So what I will do it is here df2 comma ignore index. There will be something called as ignore index is equals to true. Now when you do this, it will be ignoring the index, guys. Now can you see it? It completely ignore the index. Now this is the way LOC will be seeing internally. ILOC will be seeing. This is one way of doing it. Second way of doing is, now if I have it df1, this one, so dot df1 dot reset underscore index dot. Now if you do this, you will get an index over here, right? What you can do it, dot drop index access is equals to 1. Got it, guys? This is the way you do it. Two ways we can do it. Remember this. These are very, very important things which you will be using day to day. Yeah, that's right, Dev. Okay, something like this. Now there is one more way is also called using the concat, guys. Now let me take it D1 or DF6 PD dot data frame of, let me do it as student std. Adding a row using the concat. Okay, now I will do it as df1, sorry, d1. Okay. Now here I want to add again. Where's the other data frame I created, guys? df2, right? I will use the df2 over here. This one I want to add it into this. Then again we have the pd dot concat. Now this concat is under the pandas, not under the data frame. When you use the append, you have to use it with a data frame dot append. Now when you use the concat, it will be under pandas. Okay. Then we are going to use a list df1 comma df2, and here I will give it as I will not give the access by default. It will come as a row. Let me show you this. Can you see it? The same thing. Okay. Now we will give it as access, sorry, in place is equals to true, and I will give it as ignore index is equals to true. Now there is something wrong. In place is not there. Okay, no problem. We will store it in a different one. I will give it as df maybe 6 or 7, like that. df6 is this. Okay. Now you may ask me a question, why it is showing us like this? this way. Why it is showing us directly? It can change it, right? Why it is showing us like this? Okay. Now we use the df1, df6. So it can directly add it, right? Now I will use it as df6, guys. df6, and I will do it. Now, can you see it? This one is repeated. So what is the advantage of this one is there is an attribute called as keys. Now, if you check it out over here, there is an attribute called as keys. Okay, for this data frame. Okay, let me do it. For first data frame, this data frame till here, we will give one key. Okay, for this data frame, I will give the second key. Okay, now what I will do it is keys is equals to, I will give it as here old student, old, and second one I will give it new student. Now you see you got the old and new over here. Okay, now I will store it in PD7 over here. This is an important feature when you are merging the different data frames. So you will be getting old and new. You want to see the old one. You want to see the old one. df7 dot. Now see this. This is df7. What is this? Is old. Old is referring to this all columns, right? This all columns. New is referring to this all columns. Okay. Now the old will be referring when I give it old. Now this is all rows. This all rows it is referred. Now this old is referring to these all rows. If I want to extract the rows, how we will extract? Dot ILOC or LOC, right? I will give it as LOC of old. Spelling mistake. It's not defined. PD7, sorry, not DF7. I gave it PD7. Can you see it? You got all the first data frame data. Now, if you want to perform any analysis, you can do it on this. Okay, you want to do it any analysis. Now, you want to find out the maximum of them. You can find out. You can get the maximum from each and every. Now, I want to get the computers. I got the computers column. Now I want the maximum marks of the old student. Now I want to do the same thing with the new student. PD dot LOC of new. Okay. I want to see the computer marks. And then max. Then this will give the maximum marks of the new student. Okay. Like this, you can do the analysis. I'm showing you group by mining mechanism over here, but just I'm saying that this is very effective when you are doing the multiple adding of the multiple data frames, and you will give the keys to each and every data frame and you will do it accordingly. Okay, clear guys? Is this clear? Now these are the three ways of inserting the rows, multiple rows and a single row into a data frame over here. Got it? Any questions? This is very important, guys. Rows are really very important. Usually they will ask you the questions on the rows. No one will ask you the questions on the columns. No way. This is the one, and the group by is the one which is asked. Now almost we covered the joining also. I use the append, I use the concat, both of them. There is a merge is also there. And we will do it again. Now we have done this one. Inside this, let me see. I was missing out some of the important things, so I noted down all these things over here. We have done all of them, right? So nothing is left over here. Again, guys, these are linking to your EDA process. When you are putting all these things in your, when you speak of all these things, definitely it will be impressing the interviewer. These are some of the unique mechanisms. Now, how to change the column and how to change the index, guys? I will do that. Now, if I am having D1, D1 is this. I am converting this D1. Right, Amitabh, I know that. Listen to this, right? Why you are so much worried about TK and TK, FK? Okay. I know that I said that I will cover it, not to worry about. So now I will give it as pd.data_frame. Okay, I will give it as df1. Now this will give me this one. I want to change the index. How I will change the index, guys? We have it df maybe 10. I will take it. Index is equals to list of f g h I j. Is it 10? 10. Who said it is 10? How many we are having inside this? 4, 4, 8 are there. Okay. These are the 4. These are the 4. Okay. This is 10. We should keep it 8. Okay, guys. Now this is the one way. And the other way is, other way of changing is df10 dot index is equals to list of, if I want to give it like any other name, AA, or it will take so much time, X, Y, Z, M, N, P, Q, R. Is it okay? Now I am changing it. df10. Now it will be changed. Okay, it will be changed. This is the second way of changing. Now I don't want to change. There's a columns will be there, right? How to change the columns? This here we can give it. Here we can give it as columns. Can I do it columns over here? Yes. Sure. No. You can't change the columns. Why? It is dictionary. Dictionary keys will be considered as a default columns. If I give the columns over here, first one I will give it as student name, and next one I will give it as student class and student computers. I have to put it in the quotes. Student science. Okay, these are the names I am doing it. So if I want to change the names over here like this, now if I do this, will I get it? Will I get it, guys? No, you will not get it. You will not raise an error. It will not raise the error. But you see this. Got it? Because you know whatever the key dictionary is having over here, those keys are considered as, these keys are considered as the default column labels. You can't change the column label while creating the data frame. While creating the data frame, we can't change it. Now, this is the one which you have to do it. There's no other way. This is the way you have to do it. After creating, now I will create this one and I will give it as df maybe 11. Okay, like this I will do it. Now df11. After creating, now I want to change the columns. How I will change it? Dot columns is equals to, now you give it whatever you want to give it as s name, comma, s class, computers, s computers, and s science. Okay, I will give it as student science. Now this is possible. After creating, you can do it. Remember this one, guys. This is very important when you are getting the data from the creating the data frame from the dictionary, you can't change the columns while creation. After creation, you can do it. Now, suppose I felt I don't want this S name is okay, student class is okay. These two I want to change it. Only these two. So the one way is get all the index columns, guys. How you will get this? All are these columns are there. Copy them, all of them, and put it as def11.columns is equals to put this one as it is, and here you change it. Only the one which you wanted, you change it. Then you will get it. There is one more is called as rename. There is a function called as rename. df111. Rename. Okay. Is there? Yeah, the rename is there. Now this helps us to rename both columns and the index. Both you can rename it. But based on your requirement, whatever your requirement is, based on that you can change it over here. Now let me show you. Okay. Now I want to change this one class to only std class. I want to make it std class. So how I'll do it is I'll create a dictionary inside this. Okay, let me create a dictionary first. This is a dictionary. I will say that D2 is equals to. Now which column I want to change? Which column name I want to change? S class colon. I will give it as what you want to make it? std underscore class. Okay. Next one, I want to change the name also. S name. You have to change it to student underscore name, like this. Now this is a dictionary, guys. I created this dictionary. Now df1.rename. Inside this, I will be having something called as columns over here. Columns is equals to give this D2. Sorry, D2. Okay, I'm using std11 in this. Sorry. Now you see this. Why we didn't get the other one? Why we did get before, guys? Before we didn't get it, right? Then again I changed it. Why? If last time I did it as df dot rename of columns is equals to D2. Here df, sorry. Now here it is not getting changed. Why? Huh? Names, that column name is not available over here. S class and S name is not available. That's the reason why it is not changed. If you want to change it like this. And you can change the index also, guys, the same way. D11. Okay. Now df11, sorry. Time hote tension ho raha. Now df11 is there. Now I want to rename the index, guys. Index. Now you can give it over here only. Dictionary you can give it over here, but preferably take it separately and put it over here. Let's make a dictionary over here. What are the things I want to change? D3 is equals to, this is a dictionary. Now which one I will changing it? Last F, X and Z. I want to give it as F, G and H, I want to give it as XYZ. F, I want to give it as X, and G, I want to give it as Y, and H, I want to give it as Z. Now you can do it any of them. Any of them you can do it. Now, if I do this, पहले बोल सकते ना. Now here I will give it as D3, guys. Now see, it's got changed. Okay, so this is a way, this rename, and there is again if I want to shuffle them. Okay, now see this you will be seeing a lot of times. Now times before, and the like I want to shuffle them, all of them, I just want to shuffle it. So I will give it as df11 is equals to df11 of, inside this you will give the name, like I will give the computers first, then I will give the S class, and then I will give the S name, and then I will give the science. Let's see, it should work. Okay guys, so this is most of the time people get confused, because sometimes you are dependent, or whatever the resultant will be in the middle, and you want to take it to the last, then this is the way you have to do it. Keep all of them in the before and remove that and put it at the last. You can do it all the things whatever you want. Okay, now this is quickly about about your rows, guys. So I did it my best to provide you all. This will be definitely helping you in the your, what you call it as, EDA techniques, and I'm not going to repeat it over there. No, I will not going to repeat it over there. So now there is one more is called as you can get into the, okay, let's get the data from the source or external source. All this time I'm creating the data using the dictionary, or I'm creating myself and we are doing it. Now most of the time you will be getting, when you are taking a built-in database, there will be a built-in data sets will be there. Whenever you see the, why I gave the so much importance to dictionaries, whenever you see the built-in data sets, okay, that data sets will be always in the form of dictionary. Remember this. Like if I'm saying from sklearn dot data sets, okay, it should be there. Sets. Can I do this? Import Irish. Data sets. Let me see, guys. Dot data sets. Yeah. Import load underscore Irish. This is a built-in data set. Okay, this is a built-in. Already the sklearn is having the some data sets. These are some of them. You can see it, all of them. These all are the data sets what we have it. Okay, diabetes, digits, and wine, all these data sets. Now, if I take it Irish over here, this is there. Now, all I will be doing is like I will set data set is data where you give the file which holds the data. Now I will say that pd dot this I think upload, or like let me do it load underscore Irish. It should be having, I forgot it, I think so. Underscore Irish. I will check it out, guys. There is a small command is there. We can get this data, and this data set we will be having in dictionary format. pd dot there is a command will be there. Load no, it is not there. Upload is not there. I will check it out, guys. This data set, when you are going to get it right, usually you will get it in the form of dictionary. Okay, it will be getting. Now, if you download the same thing over here, if I have it, Irish over here, I downloaded this one. This one is there in the CSV file format. Okay, this will be there in the CSV file. If you open it up over here, now you see this, you will be getting in the Irish data set is in the CSV file format. Now, when you are getting the data set from the built-in source like this, built-in repository, then you will be getting it in the form of dictionary. Then at that time, converting the dictionary to the data frame is very, very important. Okay. Now, in that case, you will not get it key value pair like that. Keys, all the values will be at one place, all the column labels will be at one place, other things will be at the different places. You have to get them and you have to put it. I will show you. I forgot the way it has to upload it. Usually we will deal it with the load underscore CSV. This, I think that I missed it out somehow. I will let you know this one. Okay. Now, first time we are going to get the data from the external source. This is the external source. We are going to get this data. Okay. Now, load CSV is the one we are going to use it over here. Here I will give it as now. Next, how I will upload is pd dot. Now, first we have to find out where this data will be there. This is the location I am having. Now you see this. This is the location. Okay, this is the location. You know that how to get the location. Now here we are going to get it like pd dot, or let's give it as a pd dot. There is, if you want to read the CSV, there is something called as read underscore CSV. The first part, it will take the path of the file name and the path. This is the path, and the file name is, what is the file name I am having? Irish. Underscore CSV. Okay, and will this work? Why? Double slash. Okay, this I will give it as df underscore Irish. Like this, I will get it guys. Now let me see it, df underscore Irish. Okay, now this will get me the data set. Okay, now this is the data set, we got it. Now how many rows, how many columns are there inside this? df Irish dot shape. Irish, df underscore Irish. df underscore Irish. How many rows, how many columns guys? Okay, df underscore Irish, it is the 150 rows and 6 columns. df underscore Irish dot endim. What will get it? 2 dimension. Okay, now in this df underscore Irish. Okay, now I want to keep all the dependent data in the one variable and all the independent data in one variable. Now what is the dependent data over here? What is independent data? So what are the here? These all are the independent data. Okay, independent data. Now this is the dependent. Now for example, this is sepal length and this is sepal width. Okay, petal length and petal width. This is the dimensions of the flower. The flower is there, that dimensions will be there, that dimensions of the flower. Now I am covering the machine learning guys. Okay, this I will not say that I will finish it off now. Just I'm preparing now. Okay, now let me take it over here. This is one of the important part you will be seeing in the machine learning. Google Irish data set flower. Now here you see it. Now if you now if you see this one, guys, this is the one. Now when you see this, this is the petal. Can you see this? This is a petal. This is called as sepal. Now there are three varieties are there here. What are those? Iris setosa, versicolor. Where is that? Okay, versicolor and virginica. Now here, based on this, all are same type. They are called as Irish flowers. How you will separate them? Based on the sepal length and sepal width. Sepal length and petal width. Sepal length and sepal width and petal length and petal width will be there. Based on that, it will be doing it. Now, there is some reading will be there. If you want to do it, there will be a research work is there. Based on that, you will get it. Now, in this case, when you see it, a sepal length, sepal width, petal length and petal width is there. Based on this, you will be deciding whether it is a setosa or virginica or versicolor based on this. Now, these are not dependent on anything. They are not dependent on anything. Okay. So, these comes under the independent data. Okay. This comes under the independent data. This comes under what? Dependent data. Okay. This is all is independent data. This is a dependent. Now, just like for example, if you take the rainfall, okay, rainfall. Now, rainfall is not dependent on anything. It will purely, but the crop yield in that year depends on the rainfall. Okay, that is the way it will be, the relationship. So, if the rainfall is more, the crop yield is more. Now, crop is dependent on what? Rainfall. Okay, crop is dependent on the rainfall. So, in the same way, this is the independent one. They are not dependent on anything. The way the data whose existence is not influenced by anything is called as independent data. And you know, dependent data is whose existing is always dependent on the independent variable. Dependent data is existing is depends on the independent data over here. Remember this. And what we will do it is, whenever you start the data, okay, whenever you start the what do you call it as your machine learning model, first you will get the data like this. So you have to identify the independent data and dependent data. Now, how to get the independent data? Now, this part is called as independent data. Okay, let me see this if I can copy it. Yes, we got it. Now, this part is called as independent data, guys. This is called as independent data. Okay, and this is called as dependent data. This is called as dependent data. This is independent data. Okay. Now, always independent data will be indicated with capital X, and always dependent data will be there in Y over here. Remember this, Y. Independent data will be there in X, and it will be Y. So now see this, guys. I want to put all the independent data in X. How I'll do that? First is, okay, yeah, how I'll do that, guys? I want to get all the independent data in X. X is equals to df underscore Irish column names. Yeah, tell me. Okay, put the square bracket. So there are two ways, guys. Instead of doing all these things, you see the df underscore Irish dot columns. Got the column names? Which one you wanted? These are the ones you wanted, right? X is equals to df underscore Irish here. Okay, clear? This will come under the, I've done a mistake over here. This is one. Now you see the X, all the independent. Now the dependent will be in the Y. Okay, df underscore Irish, I'll give it as species, right? This is the one. Okay, now Y is equals to this one. Okay, now I told you one point, very important point while dealing with the this splitting up of the data. What is the format I got it over here? And machine learning model will not accept in the series, no way. So either this should be in the data frame or index or array type. Okay, array type, numpy array type. Now how you will get it in the data frame? Double square brackets. Okay guys, now sorry. Now you see this, I got it. So you got the dependent data and independent data separately. Now you will be splitting it. Now this is one way. The other way, simple way of doing is this one is df underscore Irish is there. Okay. Now here it is only 4 or 5 are there. Sometimes you are dealing with when you deal with a deep learning, the columns will be maybe in thousands. Then in that case, it is very difficult to do it. So what you will do it is simply dot drop what? Species. Access is equals to 1 because I want to drop a column. Now once you do this, you are dropping. Okay, clear? This is the other way. This is the way, effective way you have to use it all the time. Remember this. Okay, this is an effective way of using it. Now you know how to drop it, right? How to drop the multiple ones, you know it. How to drop a series of ones, you know it. We have done it, right? When a slicing mechanism, you can do it. You can play with the things. This is what the major purpose of showing you the rows so deeply. Okay. Now let's get into some basic operations of the CSV files, guys. Now I'm creating a CSV file. Let me see that if I have any CSV files ready. Java. Now I'm creating a CSV file, guys, over here. Sheets here. So I'm creating a file now, just a simple file. I'm saying it like student data. I'll give it as student data. Now first thing is student name. Okay, I'm having a student name, student class. I'm giving you the marks like English, computers, and science. Okay, now this is the one. Now I will give it like student name is A, A, and this is B. It will come C, F, G, H. I will take it till H. Okay. Now I will take the class is equals to 10th and 12th, 11th, 10th, 10th, 9th, 12th, 11th. Okay. Now English marks I will take it as 67, 8, 18, 87, 88, 66, 56. Okay. Now I will shuffle these things, guys. Okay. Now here I will add one more like 85 and 82. 66, 62, 63. Okay, this is the data I'm having. Okay, let me align it to the center. Now this one I have to store it in the CSV file. Download. I will save it as save. Okay, no problem. I will download in the CSV file format. Now it got downloaded, guys. Okay, it will be downloaded in the my download folder. Here it is. Now I will cut it out and put it in the inside here. I will put on a data set folder. All the data sets will be coming into this data sets. Now let's see this one. I put on the things over here. Now I will rename it. Okay. Now, now let's see the location of this one. Okay. And I'm going to open it up. Here, PD or DF underscore student data is equals to PD dot read underscore CSV, and inside this I will give you this one, guys, and the name is student underscore data dot CSV, and we are going to keep it all of them in the double square. Okay. Now what is wrong? Desktop, there is one more. Okay, data sets. Data sets. Okay. Now let me try it out. I got it. Now df underscore std data is showing me like this, guys. Okay. Now this is the data we got it. Now when you see this CS, where is that? Here. The first row is there, right? The first row will be considered as column labels. Okay, first row always will be considered as column labels. So it will consider as a column labels, and it is going to get you the data over here. Now suppose this is data is of a ABC school. There is an ABC school is there, that data is there. Now what we will be doing is we will be getting something like this over here. I will insert a row above this, and I will give it name here is ABC school. Can I keep it? No problem. Usually you will have the data like this. Usually when you extract the data, which year, which company, which quarter data is that, they will be putting on like this. Okay. Now I will download. I have to download it. There's no other option. I opened up the data sets. Here is the data sets, and here I will keep it as paste, and in this place I will give it as 1. This name is, I will give it as 1, and this one I will give it as 2 over here. Okay, 2. Now when I open, now when you are getting it data like this, there's no problem, you got a perfect data. But when you are getting the data with the other one, def underscore std data 1, I will give it as is equals to read underscore pd dot read underscore csv. Inside this, I'm going to put on this location, and I will get the data is equals to 2 over here. Now again, what is the problem over here? Okay. File name is a problem, I think. Two, if there is a space, is there? Okay. Now, now this is a one. def underscore std data 1 is got it this one. Now see the columns, guys. So columns is been first one, we have taken it as a column over here. This, we want this one to be the column labels, but it is taking the first row of this one as a column. So you see this one is considered as a column label for this row, this column complete. Unnamed one is this one, unnamed 2 is this one. To avoid such problems, what we can do it is, we can having an skip rows option will be there for us inside this. Okay. Now there is an skip rows, and in this one, how many rows you want to skip it? I will give it as 1 row. So what it will do is, like, whatever the first row is there, that will be skipped off. This will be skipped off. Now you see this, when I run this one, this is the one, std data. Okay, this is the way you will be getting. If I give it 2 guys over here, what will happen? 2 rows will be skipped off, and A will be coming as the column labels. Okay, A will be coming as a column labels. Okay, so this is a very important point. Usually whenever you are seeing a data set like this, there will be some information will be there over the data set. It tells us what data is all about this one. Which data is this? Is this an second quarter, or which year it is, which company it is, or which department data it is? You will be having that. So when you upload it, usually you will get this problem. So you can remove that. And the same thing can be done with the help of another option is there called as header. If I remove this one, okay, now you see the same thing, I'm going to get it. Okay, this one we will have something called as header over here. Sorry. Header. Now header tells that which row you want to keep it as a header. I wanted 1. Now let's see this. 1 means index. Index. If I am removing this, here it says that this is the 0th index. This is the 1 index, name class. So I want to give it the 1 as the, header. So I will give it over here as header is equals to 1, guys. So when I give it, then automatically you will be getting that one as that. Okay, clear? Let me stop it over here, and we will continue with this. There are a lot of operations are there with the CSV files. We are going to deal with this one after the other. నేనే చెప్పిన సీక్వెల్ క్వెరీస్ నుంచి డేటా తెచ్చుకుంటారా ఎప్పుడు చెప్పినా అది పైచాన్ లో చెప్పిన నేను దీంట్లో చెప్పలే తీసుకురాను ఓన్లీ సిఎస్ यस क्या भाई क्या हो रहा है कि रात में एक ही बार सबका अपलोड कर रहा हूँ एक टाइम लगा लिया अलार्म हमेशा भूल जा रहा हूँ 9 बजे होते ही सबका अपलोड कर रहा हूँ सो यहाँ पर जाने के बाद कुछ लोग मैं क्या है अब जाके अपलोड करूंगा ना क्या होगा कि कुछ 1-2 दिन अपलोड कर लूंगा कोई दिक्कत नहीं तीसरे दिन से वापस हम लोग अपलोड नहीं करेंगे आई विल बी इन अ मेंटालिटी दैट आई अपलोडेड फिर उसके बाद आप लोग आके सर 2 दिन का नहीं दिखा 3 दिन का दिन नहीं दिखा बोलके हो रहा है तो ट्राई करता हूं अगर हो सके तो यहीं पर आफ्टर 11 o'clock क्लास आई विल सिट एंड आई विल अपलोड इट हो जाएगा एक ही बार ठीक है चलो गाइस थैंक यू वेरी मच